For question 4, we're looking at two objects that are moving towards each other. And really, in this type of question, when you have two objects traveling directly towards each other, so one moving south and another moving north, or one moving east, one moving west, or one moving up and one moving down, there's going to be a point where they are going to cross each other. So what you're really finding, if you're looking from a graphical point of view, is you're really finding the point of intersection. And to do that, you really need to find the equation of the line. So you're really finding y equals mx plus b for each line. The slope is going to represent the rate that the object is moving at. So in this case, is going to represent the velocity. And the b is going to represent their starting point. And so when you do a question like this, you're going to have one that starts at 0. And in this case, this one is 30 kilometers apart. So the distance is being represented on the y-axis. So we now have a difference of 30 kilometers. The blue line is representing what I've called train A, which is really object A. That is moving at 6.3 kilometers per hour. So the slope of this line is representing 6.3. Train B, which is really object B, has a speed of 4.5 kilometers per hour, and that's what's being represented by the slope of the yellow line. Now, because they're moving in opposite directions, we need to indicate that in our velocity. So train A is going to be negative velocity, and train B is going to be a positive velocity. So when we actually look at this and we try to calculate the question, we're really finding two equations that represent the two objects. So again, this first one here, that would be object A, right? That is the equation of the line. It's negative 6.3 because it is moving one specific direction. We've put plus 30 here to indicate where it's going to start in the y-axis. The second equation here is object B. Its intercept is 0, so we don't have that number in place there, and the 4.5 is representing the rate that it's moving at. We then substitute one equation into the other, so we're substituting y equals 4x, so we're putting that value in for our y here. So now we have 4.5x equals negative 6.3x plus 30. We are now then going to solve for x. X represents the time, so x is really on the x-axis. That's what we're concerned with. That's representing time. So now we have time that equals 2.8, which is really, in terms of the units provided in this question, 2.8 hours, which means that after 2.8 hours, the trains or the objects will meet each other or find the point of intersection.